Okay, first, before anything, can I say it was a joy going through Twitter because the people who are just like, guys, Smash isn't gonna be on here. Let's be real. Let's come on. I just like what I want on the directed. People just like, whatever. And then the immediate switch once it comes on, it was glorious. It was truly an experience.
For me, it was a joy going through V because all the Sony people were losing their minds.
Oh man. Okay. All right. Let's go through this systematically here. All right. Firstly,
the real first is that the Wii U has never been more relevant. And I'll get to that later when we talk about Captain Toad. But yeah.
okay.
It's not sad because you still bought a system and the games were fun, but it's still funny in hindsight.
It's more, but this is actually well. First off, this is a good. It doesn't. As funny as it is sweeping Wii U under the rug, not a lot of people bought it. A lot of people want the Switch, and a lot of people just like, but I'm gonna have to get. They'd skip out on those games because it'd be on the Wii U now. It's here on the Switch.
And
money.
The people who had it on the Wii U, the game sold well and they enjoyed it. So it really is no downside.
Exactly. People will obviously still be pissed for some reason,
of course, like.
Before we get to certain people reactions, I'd also love to say that I could not calm down after because I don't know about you, but this direct was like for me because so many things here. When I was going through like possible recordings, like going through the stuff and just like, oh man, I'm gonna have to get Lincoln to get this on the Wii U and this on the Wii U, and now it's just like nope, and then they were like crash. I was like, oh, finally. So okay, all right.
Yes,
one at a time. One at a time.
Yes, first.
Yes, okay. WarioWare Gold, Rip Wario Land.
Yeah. Wario Land is and RIP Wario Land in Wario 4 the next Smash. Because it's clear that they're going to keep going with WarioWare.
I mean, you know what'd be a funny thing in Smash, even though I don't think they're going to do it, if like Captain Syrup came as a character. I doubt it.
I'd say probably more likely Ashley, because Ashley was all up in this trailer as well.
It's
nice seeing like everyone coming back for WarioWare.
It's funny because in universe. Like after the DS points, people were actually they were actually getting fed up with WarioWare constantly being built back up and taken down for different reasons. So they started like working for other companies. There's one called Do It Yourself where I think they were just like no. So yeah.
And it just dawned on me that going gold, this is WarioWare. This is practically WarioWare saying yes, we've sold. So this is. I'm assuming the plot is that WarioWare is successful, and they're not starting any new companies.
Here's the thing: a lot of the plots end with Wario being successful. It's just usually short-lived for some reason. I think the last one, Game & Wario, actually didn't put too much focus on that. I think it was like one of the few games where Wario was just having a good time with his friends.
Yeah, but at the same time. Yeah, but it's
okay. That's okay. Time. Okay, all right.
It's the 3DS now is like victory lap time, even though they are getting some new games. But this is victory lap time, where hey, this big old collector, they're not following the same trap as Top 100 and ignoring the rest of the game.
Yeah,
just for the mini games.
I knew that would be brought
terrible
back
idea, but. So that's good.
I would play. WarioWare Gold is on my radar. Next is Dylan's Dead Heat Breakers,
which I know nothing about.
I know a little bit about.
Well, all I thought about it was that if Smash wasn't coming this year, I would have thought, hey, bring Dylan back into everyone's mind.
I mean, Dylan isn't Smash as an assist.
Yeah, so this is bringing back a new Dylan game so that he can just come in Smash Bros.
Basically, this is kind of like the thing where just I don't know if this is a good analogy, but like where more people would be hyped for, more people would enjoy the gameplay of Monster Hunter. I didn't more enjoy the gameplay of this.
No, I don't know.
Well, but because at this. I'd put them of course they're not near the same thing, but they have enough parallels where I just like, I know I'd enjoy it brought into my mind just like, why does this look enjoyable to me when people have been constantly coming to me with
more
Monster
like
Hunter?
a more casual version of, say, Mario plus Rabbids versus XCOM.
Yeah, just like, cause I'm like this, cause when I'm looking at Monster Hunter, it's like, okay, I'm not an explicit fan of the time of gameplay. Doesn't mean I hate it. I'm just like, I'm not an explicit fan. But same for this. I'm just like, yeah, it's still try and get it. And like, what's the difference here? And it's like, yeah, that, apart from the fact that I do enjoy more cartoony worlds, that is my jam.
I'm not sure how, but I mean, it's clearly this is their IP, but it's not obviously not their main IP. So I'm not sure how big the game's going to be or how budget the game's going to be.
But I think I think it looks interesting enough to like, if I was rich, buy, because I've said as much as I want these games, just like money problems. Come on.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I got to say. You?
Well, I don't know much about the franchise, so
Oh.
I was thinking about its proximity to Smash Bros. And now that anyone can be a character, all of these are going to be about but Smash Bros. Except for Mario and Luigi. Actually, no, they would do that.
Hold on. But speaking of Mario and Luigi,
Mario and Luigi.
Mario and Luigi. Let's just sweep Partners in Time over to this little corner here. Let's just put
And
it
that's
here.
heartbreaking because Partners in Time is my first Mario and Luigi game, and
My problem with Partners in
no,
Time.
everyone knows, the super high HPs,
Well-
and the game's really hard.
Well,
and
no, here-
controlling 4 characters is tedious. We've
Actually,
all
it's
heard.
not.
It's
No,
not
hold
for me.
on.
but
Hold
we've all
on.
heard
You're assuming a lot here.
the generic
I
complaints of
don't
Partners in
have
Time.
only one. I only have one of those complaints, Mr. I assume. Firstly, I already know that the HP thing and the European release fixes it, I think.
Yes.
But my thing with Partners in Time is
and I
that
played the US release.
yes, you did. My thing with the Partners in Time thing is it feels more, how do I put it, disjointed than the other games. Because we get a main plot and just like progression, but maybe I need to play through it again. But I never felt like, I don't know, natural progression. Maybe it's because we're flip flopping between time. Maybe that's the reason. But it felt less natural to me. While Bowser's Inside Story, when I realized that there was a point where I could just escape Bowser and explore the world and fight the Bowser enemies and do so many puzzles before I had to go back in, and it was like, this world is small, but there's so much because while the Bowser layer is actually a bit more linear and systematic than I thought, the fact that the layer technically had the fact that the world technically had, I'd say 1.5 layers rather than 2.
No, I'd say it's
No,
like Minish Cap. Well, I haven't gotten far enough in Inside Story to know how exactly it is.
It's basically, I find more fun outside of Bowser's body than inside, because those are the very systematic levels. Just like you get the gimmick and you go through and fight enemies and stuff like that. That's fine. That's completely fine. But
What you're talking about made me realize that they're doing Partners in Time extra dirty because it started the whole 2-layer worlds that practically continued throughout every Mario and Luigi game.
But-
I don't know about
I mean, Dream Team. Come on.
Dream
Board
Team. Yeah, it's in all of them. I don't know how.
I mean, I'm not sure about
intertwining
Paper Jam, but
yeah.
and also the fact that they're adding side stories to this, because I've always loved Bowser Jr. and the Koopalings. When they showed the Goomba thing from the original, I was like, yeah, this is cool, giving Bowser's minions some more stuff to work with, and then they showed that the Koopalings were there, so like, I love that. But now with Bowser Jr. and the Koopalings there, it's like, okay, now with this feels like it's more story realized, because as opposed to the original,
really fleshing out the Mario and Luigi world.
yeah, and as opposed to the original, this was just like what the minions were doing before Bowletta, because the whole Bowser losing his memory thing with the Popple and Rookie situation and the Bowletta thing, that's what they were doing before that. But this is completely different. So
and also, I like that it's not a straight remake. They're adding a lot to it. Instead of just updating the graphics and saying, here you go, they're adding extra story and saying, there's a reason for this to exist other than replaying the game.
and I love it for it. What about you? That's all I got.
I mean,
because you haven't finished that game among the building list.
The 10,000 games I haven't beaten. This is one of them.
Despite me calling just because I played Dream Team and I adore Dream Team, even if I did accidentally become overpowered in it because holy crap. But when I got Bowser Inside Story, just like I hope this isn't. I'm not feeling downgraded. Nope, not 1 second. While I do enjoy Dream Team's mechanics a bit more, just like no, this is still super fun at everything. So I think you'd enjoy it.
Those are the good franchises where you can just go to anyone. What I was going to say is that I can understand skipping partners in time because I'm assuming that Nintendo knows that the Superstar Saga and Inside Story are the darlings of the franchise. Mm-hmm. Everyone seems to love those the most, so I can understand.
The most things I see people praising about Partners in Time is usually just the final stretch and the lore of the Shrooms. Other than that,
people will, for some delusional reason, put it near the bottom of their list. Either that or Paper Jam. Well,
I keep hearing that people overreact to Paper Jam, and then I keep hearing like, no, it was that bad. Like, I need to try it myself.
That's another discussion for another time.
Yeah, but now it's time for the original Luigi's Mansion because the thing is that I'm probably
and cue people. Even though the Switch is getting at 10,000 games, they're still angry at anything the 3DS gets.
Yeah.
Why would you have a 3DS?
Come on, there's no reason to be mad. There's no reason to be upset.
There's no reason.
So, but here's the thing. I probably, speaking about our channel stuff, I probably wouldn't, if I got a 3DS, this is actually making me probably like, maybe I should invest in a 3DS recorder. Once again, when I'm rich, because I don't have money to shell out. But I probably wouldn't record Luigi's Mansion anyways, because everybody's done that. But I really want to just like experience it, just like the original. It was always something for me where like, it looks like a good game, fun game. I could do some stuff with it. I just never had the opportunity to do so. So, yeah.
The only problem I have is the obsession with putting maps on the bottom screen. Oh. And I'm assuming that...
You had to manually bring that up.
I'm assuming you just don't have to look. But I'm assuming that it's more immersive if you don't always have the map with you. And it might be easier as well, because the same problem I had with... I'm currently replaying Mario 64 DS on my 3DS, because that's the definitive way to play Mario 64. And so I've been playing through the game, and like, oh wait, I can just look at the map. And the map's just right there, constantly showing you exactly how Hazy Maze Cave is laid out.
Well, thanks. No, hold on. You shut up. You shut up. I need that. All right? You that is a godsend, because I ain't going through that again. Because
and also, I really love Hazy Maze Cave.
Yeah,
I don't want to get into...
That's enough of a... Look, I will dispute your absolute insanity and top 10 reasons why Spiritual needs to be in an asylum. I'll make that video, but not now. Later.
But yeah, I want to talk about Hazy Maze Cave a bit, but that's not the video about that either. So yes, other than that, it's good to have both games on the same system. I like that as well.
Okay. So yeah,
the thing is,
good.
I want to talk about Captain Toad in relation to the 3DS, but we'll save that for the Switch discussion.
Mm-hmm.
Which means, I suppose, that's it for the 3DS.
I mean, I hate how you said that.
I mean, no, it's not it for the 3DS. Yes, the actual thing, and it might be weird to some people, other than Smash Bros, obviously, what I found the most interesting about the entire Direct was seeing 3DS 2019. And I'm thinking, how long is Nintendo going to actually... Because I knew when people said mid-2017 they're going to abandon the 3DS, that those people are idiots.
Yeah.
But I'm actually kind of getting surprised at just how far into the future...
I'm certainly fine with it.
I'm certainly fine with it.
The fact that I finally have a console... That things are... Because I was worried. Because every time I get a console, it's about to die. With the PlayStation 2, with the Wii, every time. And so when I finally got the 3DS and so many 3DS titles came out, I'm just like, I know this is going to stop. It was like 2019, I'm still in it, baby!
Yeah, so I'm very happy for that. and surprised. But technically, it's not a surprise because for some weird reason, the 3DS have been.
You know, wait,
I am not sure. The 3DS is having some of its best months since like 2013 because for some weird reason people are buying it a lot. So yeah, it seems really weird.
Despite it's not a lot of emphasis on 3D.
Yeah, it's old. It's an old console. The Switch is also portable. I understand all of that, but it's practically sold 70 million units. It seems really weird for them to abandon that for what I assume is no reason. Because the Wii U didn't fail because of the 3DS. The Wii U failed because they didn't
Terrible
market it.
decisions.
Yeah, pretty much bad decision. They've always had two systems. So this is not weird, I personally think.
Yeah, it's fine.
So I guess we'll just be heading on over to Switch in the other video about Switch.
Yes,
we
will.
Switch over to that one?
No, shut up. Ah, damn it! Damn it! I should have pressed the button when I had the chance. You fool! You forgot about Detective Pikachu. You alone, and not me at all.
I mean, okay, what do you have to say about it? I'm confident that Smeargle's gonna show up.
I want to believe that Sneasel's going to show up. If it's Game Freak, they're probably going to show like a Sneasel in the background, and then Weavile's going to get all the stuff, and it's just like
Weavile's going to be a thief or something.
Yeah, just whatever, man. The fact that the last big Sneasel things related, where Sneasel in Mystery Dungeon, basically just like, it's like I'm going to climb up the mountain Shaman's protecting, by myself, and then gets into trouble and then has to be saved. Just like the third concept of friendship or something, I don't know. And then the second one is the Sneasel Ninja, a ninja who always loses. And I'm like, well, screw you too.
I mean, oh yeah, I was also in a movie. I didn't get to see what that movie was about.
And then you get to be in the Sun and Moon TV series as a detective.
Really?
Yes.
As a Detective Smeargle.
Yes.
That's the coolest thing ever.
I hate you.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, yeah. So, Detective Pikachu.
I still want to see exactly how the gameplay is gonna go, and I hope they
probably going to be like a Professor. What's the other thing?
Ace Attorney.
Phoenix Wright. One of the two. Probably
Professor Layton. More Professor Layton, probably. But the thing is that I want them to truly explore the concepts of like Pokemon abilities and such, instead of it just being this Pokemon stole this. How could they? Oh, something's driving them crazy. Just like I want. Like, the special abilities of Pokemon to be used for the crimes or for different stuff. Cause
maybe there should be a whole teach you about Pokemon thing. What Pokemon could do this? And
exactly.
You learn about Pokemon.
That would be great. Like, for example, like, they're like, okay, somebody went into the space and stole something in broad daylight. But it's not like hypnosis was used to put them to sleep. Everybody was conscious, but for some reason they didn't stop it. Then it was a grass Pokemon using a whole bunch of its spores. So like, a lot of grass Pokemon make people completely relaxed.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. I'm just like, yeah, I'd be down for that. I hope that it's not just a simple, anybody could do these crimes, it's just that they're Pokemon.
Yeah, because then what's the point?
Yeah.
Which sounds like, oh no, I'm not getting into another Pokemon rant. So yeah, that's really that, really. That. Really.